Hi guys, how you all doing? Hope you're well. So this week I want to do as my haul week, and yeah, that just basically means that I'm just gonna show you haul videos this week. I'm just gonna separate them into my high-end haul and my like USA and more affordable makeup haul, and then I've got a Primark haul which I'll also upload, probably not this week but maybe next week as well. And of course the hauls will continue as I continue to shop, but today I wanted to focus on my more higher end haul. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's not faff around. So I'm going to start off with a couple of things I picked up from MAC. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the new Selena release. Now I know in the US, quite obviously, this Selena collection is quite difficult to find, but here in the UK it's still very much in stock in different places. But this is the powder, the face powder. It's supposed to be a powder blush, so I think it's supposed to be more like a contour and blush, but then I saw it and I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna do anything for my skin in particular. So that's the two swatch there. Yeah, this is not going to show up on me. I think the bronzer, or the contour, would act as a nice bronzer on me. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it there. That's the contour kind of shade. So that would work as a nice bronzer on me, but the blush itself probably wouldn't work that great on me. So all I would probably end up doing is just mixing both of these together and using them like that. But I love the fact that it says, can you see it? It's upside down, but it says Selena on there. So I love that, and I just love the packaging, and yeah, I just had to have this. And then I also picked up a lipstick from the range as well. I just picked up one lipstick. I picked up Dreaming of You. It looks like a really pretty colour. It's the typical kind of dark shade that I would wear. But that is a gorgeous red, like a burgundy, deep burgundy red. So that's why I decided to pick that one up. Now, the next MAC collection that I was really, really excited to get, like even more excited than the Selena one to pick up, was the MAC and Taraji P Henson collection. Guys, I did pick up the mineralized skin finishes, so I picked up both of them. This is the darker one. This is the shade called Highlight the Truth, I think it is, and that's it there. It's like a brown kind of deep red shade. Gorgeous. Can you see that? When I saw this, guys, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. You can use it as a blush, and it just looks like a great blusher shade for deeper skin tones. It just, oh gosh, this color just looks so good. And then I've got the highlight shade, which is Taraji Glow, and it, as it suggests, is a highlighter. Can you see? Oh, beautiful. And I'll just swatch that as well. It's so nice, guys. And it's not like a pure gold, it's like a pinky kind of peachy highlight, which I think works really nice on deeper skin tones too. And then something else that I picked up from MAC was this. This is a new Studio Perfecting stick. And they've come out with like some new Studio Perfecting products in that line. And I just picked up the stick, and it's just like a, I don't know, it's like a foundation stick, concealer stick, however way you want to use it. I got the shade NW45. I'm still going to play around to see how I will use it, but you could just use it like a concealer stick, and that's the colour there. So yeah, I just decided to try that out and see how well I like it. So Victoria Beckham came out with her new makeup line with Estee Lauder. I picked up one thing because the line is so ridiculously expensive, but I picked up the highlighter, of course. If I was gonna pick up anything, it was gonna be that. So I just love the packaging, by the way. It's like so luxurious. It says Victoria Beckham on it. And then the actual packaging of the highlighter, oh my gosh, guys, this is actually like quite weighty, and it feels very luxurious. Like it feels like quality. So you are paying for the packaging, because obviously this is Estee Lauder, so you don't really get the Estee Lauder products around this price range. Now this is very expensive. This is £48, guys, for a highlighter. Let's not dwell on that too much because it still hurts. But this is the highlighter. They've basically brought back a highlighter that they used to have called Modern Mercury, and it was one of Victoria Beckham's favourite ones from Estee Lauder, so she decided to bring it back in her range. And I just love the way that this is housed in this packaging, and then on the mirror it actually says Victoria Beckham on there. Now it is what I'm using today, and it's that glow, and I really like this highlighter. It's very intense, but it doesn't kick up lots of powder. It's very silky. Can you see that? Such an intense silky highlight that when I put it on, I was just like, oh my gosh, you really don't need that much. Can you see how much I've put on? And it's just, the glow is just amazing. Now, I picked up a few things from Space NK, so I'm just gonna quickly run through them. The new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette. That's the packaging, if you can actually see that. It's such a beautiful packaging. It's all marble and it says Hourglass on there. But I wasn't gonna get this because when I saw the inside of it, I was a bit like, oh, this doesn't look like it will suit my skin tone. And I'm still a bit unsure because like the colors just don't look like they would work that great on me. I did swatch it in store before I purchased it, and I did like the fact they were more like highlighters, but like the blusher and the bronzer in here didn't appear like a blush or bronzer on me, but it did give a nice highlight, so I decided to pick it up. And I also picked this up because this retails for £69, and I wasn't going to pay £69 for this, by the way. But I actually got it a lot cheaper because Space NK were like doing money off, and then I had like some Space NK credits as well. So yeah, I managed to get it a lot cheaper than £69. So that's also another reason why I decided to actually try this out. So that's some of them swatched there. Can you see that? So that's them swatched. Now these are not going to give you like intense brightness. I do have the other palette with the ambient lighting powders in them, and I think they work quite well. So yeah, they will give you, you know, a nice kind of finish, but for me and my skin tone, they're not going to do exactly what they're supposed to do, if that makes sense, as in, you know, blush and bronze. They're not going to do that well. We'll see, but I'm still yet to actually play around with it and review it properly, but I'll keep you up to date with that. Something else that I picked up is this Narcissist palette, which is one of their newer palette releases. I've never tried any of like the Nars products like this. This is why I wanted to get this palette, because I thought this would be a good way of testing out the Nars shadows and all the Nars like blushes and highlights. It's a cheek palette, so I guess it's like a bronzer and blush and highlight. I did like them when I swatched them, and I thought they'd work quite nicely on me, and they do show up really well. Quite pretty colors. I think they would work really nice on my skin tone. Nothing is like super shiny or anything like that, but they do have like a silky kind of glow finish to them. A lot of the stuff I'm getting from Space NK is because of their offers that they have. Yeah, I tend to look for offers when I shop high-end because, you know, no one wants to be paying full price for anything. Okay, and then the next thing I got, and the last thing I'm going to talk about from Space NK, is this new range that they've kind of released, which is, I don't really know how to pronounce it, guys. It says Le Métier de Beauty. I have no idea. It says Le Métier de Beauty. I think that's what it is. That's what it says on there. I'm so bad at speaking French, I think this is. So anyway, the only thing I want to show you is this, and this is what I'm wearing today on my cheeks as my blusher. Guys, this color is gorgeous. This color is so pretty. I just fell in love with it when I saw it. I swatched this in store, actually, I think. And then I've been seeing it online, and I was just like, do you know what? I really want this. And when Space NK again were doing their deal, I was just like, this is one of the things I'm definitely picking up. Now this range is very expensive. So this small blusher was not cheap, guys. It's very expensive, but that's the color there. And I just thought it looked gorgeous. And when I got it, I was not disappointed. And that's it there. Can you see it? I'm not sure how well you can see it. Can you see that? Yeah. So you can see it there. I did pile quite a bit on. Such a stunning color, and on deeper skin tones, this like orangey color is beautiful, and it gives a bit of a sheen as well to it. Okay, so that was everything from Space NK that I can think of at the moment. So you guys know that I'm obsessed with highlighters. Like, let's just not like pretend that this isn't an issue that I have. When I saw that Makeup Forever released their new highlighter, it's called the Pro Light Fusion, I decided to pick mine up. I got mine in 02. It is more of the gold. I wish I'd got the pinky color now, but this is more of a gold, but it looks so stunning, guys. Can you see that? It's beautiful. It is stunning. Any of you that like, you know, pure like gold highlights, then you would love this particular one. And it's not powdery or anything. I don't find it to be too powdery or anything. So yeah, I think I got mine from, where did I get mine from? Pam Beauty, I think that's what they're called. I'll try and link them below. And then I also got two other highlighters. I decided to try out the new Jouer highlighters, and they came in this packaging. So I got the shade Rose Quartz and Topaz. Now I didn't get Citrine, which is a gold highlighter, because I didn't really want a gold highlighter. This is Rose Quartz and it's like a pinky highlight. I'm still yet to write my review on these. That's it swatched. I have mixed feelings about these highlighters. That's Rose Quartz. It comes off less pink when you actually use it. When this was first promoted by all the bigger bloggers, they made it sound like it was like this amazing formula. Guys, I don't really find it to be that great. I thought it wasn't gonna have much fallout, but there's a lot of fallout. When I use this, I get a lot of like glitter fallout. This is the one I tend to use more, which is the color Topaz. And I think this one works better for my skin tone, to be honest. But I just didn't like them in the sense of the fact that, that's it there. I just didn't like the fact that it just came off quite glittery in terms of the fallout. So the Topaz is at the bottom and Rose Quartz is at the top there. I also picked up some liquid lipsticks, and I picked up the liquid lipsticks from Beauty Bakery because this is another company I've been hearing quite a few things about, and I thought let me try them out because a lot of people seem to really like them. Now I've done a blog post on this and you can see my full like lip swatches, etc. But I would just say that I was a little disappointed with these. There are two different types. So I've got the newer like metallic ones which have come in this gold packaging, and then the regular matte liquid lipstick. So let's quickly go through this one. This regular matte liquid lipstick is actually quite nice. It's okay. They're not like my favorite liquid lipstick formula, but I think the packaging is really nice, and it's a black owned business as well, which is great. But this is, what shade is this one? This is the Raspberry Tiramisu shade. Quite pigmented, you know, in the swatch, but when I actually wear it, I find that I have to layer this quite a lot for it to actually cover my lips properly. And then I did read on their website that they wrote something like you have to put one layer on, leave it for 5 minutes, and then reapply it. And I was just like, for 5 minutes? Like, who's got time? And then they came out with these metallic ones, and I was like, okay, I've never tried Beauty Bakery, so I got one normal one and I got two metallic ones. That was a big mistake. This metallic one in particular was the worst performing one, and as I said, you can see how it looks on my lips. It was not pretty. This is the shade Space Cake, and I got it because it was different and I wanted to, you know, try out something a bit different. When I'm swatching it like this, guys, it comes out really nice. This is why the swatches are not the best in terms of trying to show you how a product performs, because here, swatched, it comes out nicely. When I put it on my lips, it's like so thin and patchy that you have to, I think I layered mine about 5 times for it to actually have like this opacity on it. I was more impressed with the other color that I got because it seemed to work a lot better in terms of application. And it's this color here, which is called Cinnamon Roll, and it's a really pretty like bronzy color, and this one worked much better than the Space Cake one. The bluey black one, not my thing. Don't let this swatch fool you. But this one, it was quite nice, and the top one is quite nice as well. Now, something else I picked up from GRWM, which I nearly forgot to show you, is this, and it's their lip topper. And it's in the new shade Tan Lines, and I decided to get it because everyone's been talking about how amazing these lip toppers are, so I wasn't going to pass it out. And then she, you know, came out with ones that I thought may suit deeper skin tones much better. So that's that there. It's basically like a lip gloss, but a very like highly concentrated like glitter kind of lip gloss. And then from Becca, I picked up their new concealer in the shade Dark Golden. That's the one I've got there, but I'll just swatch it for you at the top. That's what Dark Golden looks like. I'm trying not to go too crazy with my like, you know, highlighter colors, and I don't really want it to be like white under my eyes because I do like that natural look, so I thought Dark Golden would work quite nice for me. Now, another concealer that I picked up is this one, and this is the new one from Tarte, and it's the one that everyone has been raving about, and it's the shade Deep, and it's the Shape Tape one. So so I just had to try it out, and I am using it today, and I do like it. I have to say I do like it. Whether it's like as amazing as everyone says, I don't know really. I'm not that convinced by it, but it is still a very good product. So yeah, definitely try this one out, and I am using it today. The shade, as I said, is Deep that I have. A little goes a long way. That's all I will say with this one. A little goes a long way. A couple of days ago, I went to Stylist Live, which is like a show, like a similar to IMAT's kind of thing, where you've got, but it's not just makeup. So I went and I came across a few brands. I came across WAH Nails, WAH Nails, I think that's what they're called. But I also came across MDM Flow, and Flo from MDM Flow was there, and she was doing her whole like range, and she was doing making up some lipsticks and stuff. So I got to speak to her, and if you go onto my Instagram, you can actually see I've recorded just some stuff that she was just telling me about her line. I picked up one of her liquid lipsticks, and I just decided to try them out. Now, I will say that her liquid lipsticks are not cheap. So this is the shade 94, I think, and it's actually what I'm wearing today, and I love this color, guys. That's what it looks like on the actual packaging. And when I say that it's not cheap, it's not cheap. This was £25, guys, for a liquid lipstick, and I'm not even going to try and tell you that you know, that's kind of justifiable or anything, because that is a lot of money. So, you know, if you don't want to spend that, don't. Like, you can find much cheaper. I love to support black owned brands, and MDM Flow is a black owned brand, and she's doing amazingly well. Like, she's doing so well. But this is the shade that I'm wearing, and I saw it on another girl that was there like helping her out, and I was like, yeah, that's the color I'm getting. Where is it? So it's 94. It's like an orangey brown kind of shade, and I've been looking for this shade that will suit me and my skin tone, as an orangey brown. Can you see that? Beautiful. The texture of it, it's very lightweight. You can't really feel it on your lips. It's not tacky. Maybe even, it's not really tacky. It's like maybe just a slight tackiness to it. A slight tackiness, but it doesn't transfer. And then because I bought it from her there at the show, she actually also designed like some custom lip colors for the show. I think she had a few colors, and she just gave them out for free with our purchase. And I don't know what this color is called, but it's like a dark, because she didn't label this particular one. I think she just made them there. But this one is a like dark kind of plummy brown kind of color, but it's more of a sheer formula, if that makes sense. So I wore this earlier on today actually for quite a while, and it's, even though it's sheer, it actually lasts on your lips. The last thing I'm going to show you is very exciting, and it's the new Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. So at Stylist, Urban Decay launched this palette, and it's their new palette, and it's the, as I said, it's the Spectrum one, the new Spectrum one. I have it on today, and I am using, I did go a bit safe with it today though, to be honest, but I am using it today, and I really, really enjoy it, guys. Would you like to see me do a review of this? Because if you would, then just let me know. But this is what it looks like inside. Can you see that there? The colors are stunning. It's a Spectrum palette, so obviously it's gonna be very bright, very colorful. But I did, as I said, use it today. So 4 colors that I'm using on my lid and my waterline. So those are the 4 colors there. Very, very pigmented eyeshadows, as you would expect from Urban Decay. Shouldn't really expect anything less. But yeah, love this palette, and so happy I managed to get my hands on it, because I nearly almost didn't buy it. This is quite an expensive palette though. This was, how much was it? 40 something pounds, 42 pounds or 43. So it is quite a pricey palette, but those are the 4 colors that I'm using on my lid today. Now, the only thing I will say about this, you know, just from using it today, is I really wish there was kind of more of a matte, like, transition shade that I could have used, because I had to dip into another palette. So you'll find out which one that was on Thursday. But I did dip into another new palette that I have, because there's no like matte, like nice matte transition shade in this. Everything's quite colorful or shimmery in here, so that's the only thing. This is 21 shadows, and I think 18 of the 21 are new. I love the packaging of this, by the way, guys. Look at that. It's like ridged, if you can see. It's like ridges on there, and then you've got this gorgeous, colourful Urban Decay sign here. So beautiful. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is this actually, which is a new perfume that I was actually sent, and it's the Michael Bublé, what is it, by invitation perfume. It is beautiful. I have done a blog post on this, so I'll link my blog post down below for you. But it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous perfume, and I just love the bottle. Look at that. It looks elegant, it looks classy, doesn't it? So yeah, I thought I would mention that. This is 100 mils. The smell of this, I've just been wearing this every day since I got it for the past week or so. And yeah, it just works so nice. It's good as an everyday, like, you know, everyday perfume or an evening perfume. It works well both ways. It's more like a vanilla kind of sweet scent to it. So if you love that kind of fragrance, then this would work for you. So guys, that is everything from my more higher end haul. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of stuff, and apologies for the length of this video, but as I said, this week is haul week, so look out for my next video on Thursday, which will be my Go Send USA haul and more affordable makeup haul. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy that too, and I think I might have a little goodie for you guys then as well, so keep a lookout for that. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care guys, see you soon, bye, ciao.
Goodbye, love, you feel right, my love.